Good evening, all. I welcome you to Commerce classes. Today, I have come with one of the important topic that is function of Reserve Bank. In the previous chapter, we have already discussed about the Reserve Bank of India, structure of Reserve Bank, its organization, etc. So, today our topic is function of Reserve Bank. So there are various functions like traditional function, promotional function, supervision function or supervisory function and prohibited function. So first let's discuss about traditional function of Reserve Bank of India. So number 1 is issue of currency. Under Section 22 of Reserve Bank of India Act, the Reserve Bank is the sole authority to issue note in India of all denomination. The distribution of currency note, coins and small coins all over the country is undertaken by Reserve Bank of India as agent of the government. Along with the government, RBI is also responsible for designing, production, and overall management of the nation's currency. The Reserve Bank of India has the authority or the sole monopoly to issue currency notes up to the value of rupees 10,000. Coins in circulation at present are in denomination of 50 paise, but mostly 50 paise is not seen at present. Rupee 1, 2, rupees 2, rupees 5 and rupees 10. And also sometimes we can see rupees 20 coin. And notes in circulation are in denomination of rupees 5. Mostly 5 rupees note is also not seen nowadays. So rupees 10, 50, 100, 500 etc. It carries the signature of Reserve Bank of India's governor, whereas rupee 1 note carries the signature of Secretary of the Ministry of Finance, and rupee 1 is also issued by the Ministry of Finance. So we can also add the point that Reserve Bank of India has the sole monopoly to issue currency note of all denomination except rupee 1 note. Moving towards second function, banker and debt manager to the government. As a banker to the central government, the Reserve Bank maintains government's account, receive money into and makes payment out of this account and facilitate the transfer of government's fund. As a banker and debt manager to the government, the function of Reserve Bank of India include number A. Undertaker or undertakes banking transaction for the central and the state government to facilitate receipt and payment and maintain their account. B. Managing the government's domestic debt with the objective of raising the required amount of public debt in a cost-effective and timely manner. And number C, the Reserve Bank is authorized to make to the central and state government ways and means advances which is repayable within 90 days from the date of making such advances. Number D, Reserve Bank of India also act as an advisor to the government on all the monetary and banking matters. So function number 3 is Banker's Bank. As the banker to the bank, all bank maintain account with RBI to facilitate transfer of fund, settle or settlement interbank transaction such is borrowing from and lending to other bank and customer transaction. As a banker to the bank, RBI focuses on enabling smooth, swift and seamless clearing and settlement of interbank obligation. B. Providing an efficient means of fund transfer for bank. And C. Enabling banks to maintain their account with the Reserve Bank for statutory reserve requirements and maintenance of transaction balances. In case of violation of banking norms by any of the commercial bank, RBI will order for the closure of this bank. Number 4 is lender of the last resort. As a banker to bank, the RBI also act as a lender of last resort. It will be not result, it will be resort. Last resort. It can come to rescue. It can also come to rescue of a bank that is solvent but faces temporary liquidity problems by supplying it with much needed liquidity. When no one else is willing to extend credit to serve or to search bank, RBI act as a to save. Okay. Credit to, sorry, this will be such bank. RBI act as a guarantor by providing them credit at the last time. So, RBI is regarded as lender of last resort. Number 5, manager of foreign exchange reserve. The RBI is the custodian of foreign currency or country's foreign exchange reserve and is vested VES and is vested with the responsibility of managing their investment. The legal provision governing management of foreign exchange reserve is laid down in the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. The Reserve Bank focuses on maintaining market confidence in monetary and exchange rate policy, and B, enhancing the Reserve Bank's intervention capacity to stabilize foreign exchange market. Number 6 is payment and settlement system. Payment and settlement system plays an important role in improving the overall economic efficiency. The Reserve Bank has taken many initiatives towards introducing and upgrading safe and efficient and advancement or efficient modes of payment system in the country to meet the requirements of the public at large. RBI is a clearinghouse. The Reserve Bank of India acts as a clearinghouse for the settlement of accounts of the commercial bank. A clearinghouse is an organization of commercial banks set up for the purpose of settling mutual liabilities due to transfer of deposit by the customer of a certain bank to that of other bank. SBI is the largest network of branches in the country and acts as an agent of RBI in centers or in places where the RBI do not have its office of its own, and it is there for natural that it is there for the purpose. Please correct it. It is there for we can correct it as for the purpose that majority of the clearing houses in the country are managed by the SBI. The system used by RBI for security transaction are of two types: retail payment system and large value system. Now moving towards supervisory and regulatory function. First one is licensing. For common banking operation in India, whether by an Indian or foreign company, license from the Reserve Bank is required. The opening of new branches by the bank and changes in the location of the existing branches are also regulated as per the branch authorization policy. The Reserve Bank also regulates merger, amalgamation and winding up of a bank. Second one is prudential norms. The Reserve Bank has described or prescribed potential norms to be followed by the bank in a several area of their operation. It keeps a close eyes on developing trend in the financial market. Number 3, inspection and surveillance. The Reserve Bank undertaking supervision of banks to monitor and ensure compliance by them with its regulatory policy. This is policy. This is achieved through on-site inspection, off-site surveillance. This will be off-site surveillance, or surveillance, periodic meeting with top management, etc. Number 4, monitoring of frauds. The Reserve Bank of India regularly sensitizes the bank about common fraud from area. And number 6 is risk management. Bank in their daily business faces various kind of risks. The Reserve Bank required banks to have effective risk management system to cover credit risks, market risks, operation risks, etc. Moving towards promotion and developmental function, the Reserve Bank's developmental role includes ensuring credit to the productive sector of the economy, creating institutions to build financial infrastructure and expanding access to affordable services. Over the year, it is developed with role development. Over the years, the development's role has been extended to the institution building for facilitating the ability of diversification of financial services within the country. So the Reserve Bank has taken very much or so much initiative, like they had set up NABARD for the agricultural areas, they have provided Kishan credit card scheme, and also they have established lead bank scheme in the year 1969. So where your designated bank were made instrument for local development and were interested with the possibility of identifying growth centers. And the last one is prohibitory function of RBI. The Reserve Bank of India Act 1934 does not contain any specific provision relating to prohibitory functions, but there are some of the activities that are prohibited, and that is Reserve Bank of India cannot directly participate or provide financial assistance to any industry trade. Reserve Bank of India cannot buy its own share, cannot give interest of its own deposit, cannot grant loan, and cannot buy any immovable property. So, thank you. Hope this class will be fruitful for you.